If I could sum up the least talked about problem that business owners are facing today, it's this. Check out this payment processing statement. This dentist just got told that they're going to be charged an extra fee for an auditing mistake that their payment provider made 15 months ago. Not only that, but it's written in all caps with hardly any room to breathe. No apologies, no budging, they just have to accept it. And therein lies the modern day struggle that business owners face when accepting credit cards. Too many payment processors don't care about being fair and transparent. And because of that, you're having to overpay. In this video, we're gonna help you diagnose a bad payment processor by showing you 2 more red flags on top of this one to look for on your statement. Then I'm gonna show you a simple math trick that'll help you decide whether your current provider is overcharging you. And then finally, I'm gonna show you what a real, transparent payment processor statement should look like. Let's get into it. So this is an actual merchant statement that was sent to us by a dental clinic in California who wanted us to help them with a statement comparison. Now, this particular clinic uses PayConnect for payment processing. Now, diving into the first page here, we can see that out of the $41,715 this dentist processed this month, $1,207 was charged in fees. Now, the question is, where is this coming from? Oh, I know. Let's look in the fees charged section of the statement. Maybe we'll find the answer there. Ah, there it is. So what we're seeing here that actually spills over onto 2 pages is a really long list of incomprehensible names of the components that go into each of your processing fees. So amidst all this confusion, it makes it really easy for them to hide things like additional inflated fees into this massive table without you knowing. So this brings us to the first red flag, which is that your statements are really opaque and hard to decipher. Let's look at it this way. If you had a jar full of Legos and you were trying to find a specific piece, let's say the purple one that's in here, well, it becomes really hard to find it when the rest of the jar is filled with a bunch of different colors. And this brings us to red flag number 2, which is that you find these mysterious junk charges on a statement that's already hard to decipher. So let's actually try and go on a hunt for some of these unjustified fees. You see this section called miscellaneous fees at the end? Well, there's a few things here that are a bit suspect, starting with what's called account holding fee. So what this looks like is a subscription fee just for having your account open. Why is it needed? Hard to say. Now underneath that, we have something called monthly COMP SVC. Now this looks like another monthly service fee. How is it different from the first one? Who knows? Then at the bottom here, we have one called PCI Non-Validation. Now, most of the time, this is a fee that the processor is charging you because you haven't filled in your complex paperwork that they need for compliance. But the ironic thing is, instead of helping you fulfill that important requirement, they're just quietly charging you a fee instead. A bit of passive aggression there. Now, there's more here, but the fact is this. These miscellaneous fees add up to $66 a month. That's about $790 a year, all in unjustified charges. So what can we actually do about this? Well, in this case, we can return to the one thing that really matters, and that's your effective rate. Here's how we can calculate it. To get your effective rate, take the total fees for that month and then divide it by your total sales for that month. Then multiply it by 100. So if I were to do this for this dental office, I would take 1,257.29 and divide that by 41,715.91. What we get is something like 0.31 times 100 is 3.1%. This is the effective rate. So what does this tell us? Well, considering the flat rate advertised by providers like Square or Stripe is anywhere from 2.5 to 2.9%, this shows that you're already overpaying in comparison to those rates. And then as we'll see later in the video, compared to other processors that use Interchange Plus, this is considerably more than you would pay with them. Now we've made finding this out easier for you with our statement comparison tool. This is a free tool that you can access on our website that does this calculation for you in just a few clicks. Just pull up your processor statement, enter in the amount that you were charged in fees, then adjust the sliders to make sure that you have the right in-person and online balance, and then finally enter in how much you processed in sales for each type of card. After that, you can simply hit a button and then get this valuable information specifically for your business on that page. You can find this free tool in the description below or in the pinned comment below. So here's another statement from another dental clinic doing a similar amount in transactions per month, but this time, this is with Helcim. So similar to the previous statement, this one also shows a summary of your total sales and your total fees right here on the first page. But check this out. You can see in this box here, it actually shows how much you've saved by using an interchange plus pricing model. Now moving down here to the lower part of the page, we can see a payment summary section. Now here we see something familiar. It's the effective rate, the thing that I just explained to you. So the cool thing about this is that it shows you exactly how much your overall rate is for each method being processed. Another point for transparency. Now the next page is important because it shows you exactly where your fees are going. So remember that massive list from the first statement? Well, this is broken down much more simply into 3 key buckets. We have the interchange costs. So this is what Helcim pays towards the banks in order to process that credit card. Then we have the card brand network costs. So this is what gets paid to Mastercard, Visa, and AMEX. And then finally, the thing that we've been looking for is how much Helcim actually takes themselves for all the sales that you've processed this month. So I've gone on long enough about the transparency, but what about the savings? Well, let's calculate the effective rate for this statement. So if we run the math and take the total sales and divide them by the total fees on this statement, what we end up with is something like 1.7%. That's a lower effective rate than the statement that we looked at before. Now, how much lower? Well, this amounts to $618 saved a month. That adds up to $7,400 a year. To put things in perspective, this is enough for that dental office to upgrade their equipment or even their office space, all because they took the time to understand how much they were overpaying. Okay, here's the thing. Despite the red flags that we outlined in this video, a lot of business owners still don't make the switch to a different payment processor. And fair enough, switching is kind of a headache. You have to deal with breaking contracts, setting up new equipment, and then teaching your staff how to use it. But after showing you the math, I hope that you feel compelled to find out once and for all whether you're being overcharged by your current provider. At least that way, you can decide whether you want to rip that Band-Aid off and find these savings that you're looking for. Okay, we're done for today. It's time to find that purple piece. There it is.